This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Newton now to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Still going. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, hey.
pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a short return to the 6-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
No. Check. Patriot.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Set! Blue 90!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Funches with a catch over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now Newton on first down. Dancing to his left. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 79 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Well, it'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Newton. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z, and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he puts it through. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and they take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 26, check 26. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. 3rd down here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play there for the Panthers. 54 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Newton throwing again. Buying time to his left. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. 20. It's hauled in by Shepard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 36 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. At our EA Sports Halftime Report, Coach Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Gone!
We got three, fellas.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Watch him now, Barney!
Watch tight ends right.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. A beautiful fake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Gone!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
No. Check. Patriot!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Newton to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
His throw incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle. The
closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
The throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Newton. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Here's Newton. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3 down.
On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Now it is an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The backup, Rob Kelly, his 1st carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Pick it up! Pick it up! Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Final minute now of the third quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And that's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And down inside the 15 he goes. They needed... on third down, and that's exactly what they got. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Carolina getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
To throw is Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Steps away to his left. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. From the 50, Newton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Alec Ogletree leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No. Check. Patriot.
Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run again with Pumphrey. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and 2. 45 yards on the ground.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Panthers have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, it's Newton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup. Now it's Newton. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now Newton on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Newton now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.